Hello everybody and welcome. It's Natasha. I wanted to talk about my Louis Vuitton wish list. This has been asked quite a few times and I thought it'd be kind of fun to just, talk about it. So my definite items on my wish list right now that I'm pretty sure I want. And this is in no particular order. It's the Tournelle MM that was released this year, and I want it in the black leather or the noir. So this particular bag, if you're not aware of it, I've only seen one video about this bag on YouTube, and it was the PM size. So the trim is black leather. I've never seen it in person, so I don't know what kind of leather, but if it is similar to the new Retiro and the new Estrella, I believe it was somewhat of like a pebble leather, but I'm not sure because I did have the Retiro before. I don't remember. Sorry. I just don't remember. So I don't know if it'll be the same kind of leather as that. Second on my list is the Tournelle PM, and still I would want it in the noir or cerise. The noir is black and the cerise is red. However, I just don't know how red it is. I don't know if it's like one of those bright apple red or an orange red, or I don't know, because red can come in different shades, so I'm not sure about that. So that's kind of, I'm more interested in the noir color, and these only come in the monogram print. So it would be a monogram print with black leather trim or the Vachetta leather trim, which is an option. So what I've seen so far for the MM, it has two options. You can get it traditional Vachetta or a treated leather, not the same as the Damier bean leather. It's a different kind of leather. I really don't know why, but I guess, because it's not Damier bean, maybe they wanted a different type of leather, but it's a different type of leather than the Damier bean, and it comes only in black. For the PM, what I've noticed, and this is for the US website, is the Tournelle PM comes in the regular Vachetta, noir, and the cerise. And I'm very curious about the cerise. I would really like either the cerise or the noir for the PM. Third on my list is the Speedy Bandier in the 35. And if I do enjoy the size of this, and I feel like maybe I would use a bigger bag and would benefit from a bigger bag, and maybe I will need it at some point, then I will also get the 40, but that's a caveat. It would depend if I feel that way with the 35. If I feel like the 35 is perfect and I don't need a bigger bag, then I don't really, I don't need the 40, And the fourth and last on the definite list on my wish list is the medium ring Agenda or the Agenda MM. With this one is the only one that I'm on the fence if I want to go through the pre-love market or if I want to get it brand new. And the reason for that is ever since I gotten that pre-loved No Way, I have been loving it. I love the fact that there are still items out there that the condition of items are completely varied. And I love the fact that you can save money on it. I like that part a lot. That means I can buy more. And I've been kind of paying attention, and I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I want it brand new. This has been in my shopping cart, my Louis Vuitton account, for a while now. And I just haven't really, gotten to a point in which I went through with it. First, because I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know why. I guess I'm waiting for the right moment. I don't know. My maybes, my top maybes, is the Cosmetic Pouch PM in the Monogram, the Toiletry Pouch 15, and this only comes in the Monogram, the Patino Way in the Monogram, and Stellar Sneakers. I did think of buying shoes from them early on. However, I've noticed that because I'm pregnant, my feet size have changed. I think it went from a 7 or a 7.5 to a size bigger. And when I asked my doctor that, they told me that it can go back or it will stay the same. So there's no point in me buying shoes right now. Because if my shoe size is just going to change in a few months or within a year, I would be very, very upset in the fact that I won't be able to use the shoes that I bought while I was pregnant. So that's a maybe for now, just because this is definitely not going to be anytime soon. It could be maybe 1.5 years from now, maybe 2 years, because I don't really, you know, everybody's different. And sometimes the way your body will go back or will go back to how it's supposed to be or permanently be is going to be different from another person. So I don't want to risk and say, okay, in 3 months after I give birth to my baby, that's going to be my shoe size. And then 1 year later, my shoe size changes or stays the same. So I just don't want to take the risk. I want to wait and give it maybe 18 months to 2 years from now to see if, you know, if my shoe size does change. Because in the past few years, my shoe size did change as well. So I had to get rid of so many shoes, and I love shoes, and I'm really, really bummed because I feel like I went back to zero, and I got rid of so many shoes. It was just, it was sad. I know it's bringing up all my sad memories. Anyway, so the kind of maybe, I go back and forth. They're pretty. I want them. And then 5 seconds later, I'll just say to myself, I don't want them. So these are the Gloria Flat Loafers. Second is the Delphine Loafer. The reason for these two that I was obsessed with the Gloria Flat. The reason that I didn't get it, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because they didn't have my size. They were out of stock for 2 months. And I'm really glad that I didn't get it because my feet have grown. They have grown longer. So that sucks. And the more that I researched about it, the more that I found out that they don't really have that great arch support. They have a little bit. I mean, I could do an insert, and I already found out where I'm going to get it. But that kind of made me kind of move away from it. I do like the both for different reasons. The Gloria Flat has embossing of the monogram on it. It is a solid color, and I prefer the black one just because I feel like I can use it more and it's going to match more stuff. And they had 3 lighter colors, which are like white and then cream and then like a light pink. They also have a brown, like a medium, no, not a medium, kind of like a light brown between a mocha and a medium brown. And it just wasn't the color for me, so that's why I preferred the black one. But I never got my size. It was always out of stock. And so I just kind of thought, you know, and then my feet started to grow. The Delphine Loafer, this is so beautiful. It is just calf leather. And oh, by the way, the Stellar sneaker, that is calf leather, and it has rubber insoles. All of the shoes that I'm going to mention, because I have 4 total, they're all calf leather. I didn't want anything that had patent leather. I didn't want any of that at all. I didn't mind the monogram, but the monogram shoe that they had that I liked had monogram canvas in the reverse, and then in the back had this patch of patent leather, and that patent leather just made me just not want it. So the Delphine is just beautiful. It's just like your everyday, it can be casual, it can be dressy. It's like, it's one of those shoes that you can wear for any occasion, except if you want to wear heels. But I just thought that, you know, I could use this all the time. It has the LV logo on the front and the top of the loafer and the front of it, and it's just so simple and so classy and so classic that I just, you know, I kind of thought, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. However, when I look at the picture, it barely has any kind of arch support. It looks like it has a lower arch support than the Gloria flat loafer. However, I was also told that the best arch support that they have would probably be the sneakers. So that's why the Stellar is on there. And the Stellar also has, I think, an embossment of the monogram on the entire shoe, and then on the white part in the bottom, is it white part? No, the rubber part in the bottom has Louis Vuitton on it. It's very simple, and it's very beautiful. I like that part. And the third shoe that I'm kind of is the front row sneaker. I think it's like, it's supposed to have like a diamond pattern on it. It's very beautiful. It's all black, except for the rubber insoles, which is white, and it says Louis Vuitton. Other than that, you don't see any kind of Louis Vuitton or the logo or monogram, nothing. It's very, very beautiful. But because the bottom part of it is white, that was the reason why I kind of preferred doing the Stellar. And the reason that I only want to do the maybe one shoe so far is because I'm really far from a store, and I don't know how this is gonna be, and I really want to be able to go in a store and try this out and make my decision, because I've never bought any of their shoes, and you know, I don't know, I don't have the experience yet. And I have 2 extra items that used to be on my wish list. I mean, it's still in my account right now, you know, just to kind of, it's there, but I don't see myself purchasing these, and I'm going to tell you why. It's the mini pochette in the Damier beam print. The reason I have that on my wish list because I love the mini pochette so much. However, I don't like their limited editions. I would have preferred that they replace the Vachetta with different colors, just like they had the option for the Retiro and the Estrella for the new models. I would have preferred they would have different colors on the Vachetta. Not on the canvas, different colors on the Vachetta. Maybe black, red, pink, violet, all that stuff. Then I would probably pick one of those in that color and go ahead and do that. But because they don't have that, and my concerns with the Damier bean print, it's worse when it's a small leather good because it gets rubbed even more. So that's why it used to be there. The second and last one on that list is the round coin purse. I have been on and off with this for a really long time, and I thought, I really don't carry a lot of coins. That's just not in me. I mean, I do. You saw me with my Sarah. I had change in there, but it's not all the time. You know, that time I even forgot I had change in there, so I unloaded it at that moment because I remembered. But because I don't like carrying cash around, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I just don't utilize it as much. So I thought, I'm not going to use that. And then I added it on there to think maybe I can use it for like my earphones. But then I also remembered I have the clays or the key pouches, so I just use that. So that used to be there, and I mean, it's still on my wish list because it's an SLG and I'm somewhat obsessed with SLGs. So it's there, but I still don't have a reason to, you know, to acquire it. What I forgot to add on my wish list, this is between the must-have and the maybe, is a brand new No Way in the Monogram. I am just so obsessed with that bag that I already have two and I still want a brand new one. I go back and forth in getting a brand new one and possibly just getting a really good, another really good vintage, probably in a different decade, very good condition, and just, I don't know. I feel like I want to collect so many of those. I don't know why. I even thought about getting one per decade. So in the 80s, I already have it in the 90s. I have two in the 90s. And in the thousands. And the next one would be like in the tens. But I do worry if I do get it brand new because of all the Vachetta. But that's why it's in between the must-have and the maybe list. It is on my wish list on my account. It's just, I don't know. I'm so obsessed with that bag. And I like the fact that I got both mines, that they've already been broken in and used, because I've seen videos of people buying the No Way in different sizes, and they were all saying that the drawstring can be really tough to deal with until you break them down. So it takes a lot of use to get that down. So those are all of my Louis Vuitton items on my wish list, on my current wish list. So the reason I haven't gotten the agenda is I am still having to decide with either brand new or pre-loved. And here's always my dilemma. When I decide, okay, I'm going to get it brand new and maybe I'll get it next week or something. Like, I don't know why, but I always push it off because I still have my notebook right here. And I'm not going to use my agenda until this notebook is done, but I've noticed that I go through it pretty fast. I've already gone through this part, and I've only started using this less than a week ago. So the agenda is going to be basically going to cover everything that I have to do with my channel and vlogging. I'm probably going to decorate it compared to my small ring agenda or my PM agenda, which I just put some inserts and dashboards in there. I'll probably do a lot more with it. What I could see, just because I think I'm going to be putting a lot more information in there. Like if I'm doing certain research on certain items that I want to vlog about, then, you know, I'm going to dedicate certain things on there and maybe a few pages. So, and also I'm still really on the fence if I want to go with the MM or the GM, because I'm not sure if I will be carrying this agenda around. And I kind of thought, you know, you never know what's going to happen. I'm going to have my first baby in September, and excuse me. And I don't know if I want to do other things with the medium agenda, that I want to carry it around as well, because the large ring agenda or the agenda GM is huge. I have used planners before and agendas before, and I've only gotten as big as the medium. I've never gotten something as big as the large. I have known people to use the large. I think my grandfather did that, and he would only have it on his desk in his office. He would never, like, I would never see him, you know, holding it around or anything. So that's where I'm also kind of confused on. Should I get the medium agenda or get the large? Do I get it pre-loved? Do I get it brand new? That's the part I'm so confused on. So that's why, and because I'm still really satisfied on the bags that I have right now, and I don't feel like I need to get a new bag. And that's how I am when I'm purchasing a bag, especially a Louis Vuitton bag. I feel like there'd be times I'd purchase that bag and I would be like satisfied for like a year, 2 years, and I don't want a new bag. But so far, right now, I'm really satisfied with what I have, and I don't I don't feel like I want to get a new bag yet. The only reason that I'm probably going to get the Chanel MM, that will probably be the next bag that I'm acquiring, is because I'm having a baby and I want the extra space for that. If I wasn't having a baby, I wouldn't probably have been interested in the Chanel MM, to be quite honest, just because it's a big bag. And that was also the reason why I picked the Speedy 30 instead of the 35. And now that I've used the 30 a lot, I kind of noticed that I do need the extra space. For just in case. I mean, I'll still have a diaper bag or a baby bag, but I still want the extra space in case I need it for my baby. So I just like to be prepared. So yeah, there you go. For the Chanel PM, it's just kind of, to me, maybe just if I want to kind of downsize a little bit, but that's why it's, I mean, that was no in particular order, and I don't know, I'll probably get the Chanel MM and then the Speedy Benzier 35, and then the PM might be in the back burner. It might go to the maybe pile, who knows. But that was just my reason for that. I've also seen a lot of pictures. I've seen one video in regards to the PM and what you can fit in there. It's a big size bag. I mean, for a PM size, it could be a little bit bigger than the Turin. It could be the same size on what it could fit to the 30, so I'm not sure. And the problem with that is because I can't see it in person. So, so that's my current wish list. I mean, this will probably change. Most likely with certain ones, probably not, but I don't know. It could change. But for right now, this is currently my wish list. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. I hope you liked my video. I would be very curious if there's anyone out there that also has a Louis Vuitton wish list. It doesn't matter how many they are. It doesn't matter if you have one category. Feel free to share that with me. I'd be very interested in what everybody else wants or is in their current list of what they would want. I would really enjoy that. And my Instagram, my Twitter, my email is down there. I don't have a mailing address so far, but when I do, it will be in the description box as well. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope you subscribe to my channel so that you can be a part of my channel. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.